Hello, I'm Tom Evans, proud superintendent of Cuyahoga Heights Schools, here with another television program designed to help you, the community, stay updated about what is taking place inside the school district. With me today is Director of Administrative Services, Dr. Ted Caleris. Thank you for joining us, Ted. Today we'll spend a bit of time getting to know Dr. Caleris, his personal and professional background, as well as role in Cuyahoga Heights Schools. So let's begin. Ted, it's great to have you with us today. Let's start off by sharing with the community about you and your family as well as where you pursued your education.
Well, I started off at Cleveland State University, graduated with a biology degree and chemistry degree in '97. I originally wanted to be a physician, but I decided not to, so I went back. I loved science, so I became a teacher. Got my comprehensive science degree the following year. And then I started teaching in Elyria in '98. Taught science there for 3 years, coached, moved to Brooklyn the following year where I stayed for 12 years. In Brooklyn I taught science. I was our assistant principal athletic director for 5 years, and then ultimately I finished off my last 5 years there as the middle school principal. Moved to Sandusky City Schools as the high school principal the following 2 years, and then fortunate enough this year to start with Cuyahoga Heights in this position. I have a wife, Shelley, since we've been together since we've been in high school, and then we have my daughter, Samantha, 6th grade, and Zachary, 4th grade.
Excellent. Talk to me a little bit about starting out as a pre-med student and what made you make the change over to education?
You know what, I just got to a point where I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be involved with the coaching, the athletics. I really loved kids. I loved that whole aspect. And I have some educators in the family. We talked, and that seemed like a good avenue. So, I got hooked, and rest is history.
Your passion for education and helping our students succeed shows that you've made the right choice. Please share with the community watching a little bit more about your experience as an educator.
Well, again, like I said, I worked in Elyria City Schools as a middle school teacher for 3 years. I was our team leader there. I taught high school science, biology, and chemistry, and then happened to kind of right place, right time, move into the administrative side. So since then, I've been in administrative positions. I really have liked the opportunities, the challenges, and I've found that that's where I can make the most difference with kids.
Great. We're certainly excited to have you as part of our team. Tell the audience what your responsibilities as Director of Administrative Services for Cuyahoga Heights Schools.
Well, it encompasses a lot of different things, from transportation to working with our technology coordinator, Mr. Dave Wallace. There's professional development, lots of different things, the director of testing. So it really encompasses a large range of roles and responsibilities, and then whatever else you wanted me to deal with, I deal with. So.
You mentioned the use of technology in the district as one of your main responsibilities. Tell the audience how the district is integrating technology to assist student learning.
Well, I tell you what, we are so fortunate in the district. Many districts do not have the resources we have. With the change in the philosophy of the state with regards to that online testing, we're kind of ahead of the track, I think, on many districts. We have Chromebooks within all three of our schools. We have up and running computer labs. Really what we're focusing on now too is that professional development piece. Technology is part of our kids, and that's native for them. So part of our job is to try to incorporate that technology into our instruction, and that looks like many different ways. Right now we use the Google platform as one of our main things of incorporating that technology into the classroom. But ultimately, we have a lot of resources, a lot of different avenues we're attacking at the school district.
Curriculum is an important part of learning both inside and outside of the classroom. What are some steps the district is taking to strengthen the curriculum used by our teachers and students?
Well, the last few years, we've changed our state standards. We have new science and social studies standards. We've moved to the Common Core in math and English arts, in ELA, English Language Arts. So from that perspective, it's been a challenge to, we kind of have to reboot and figure out what our baseline is with our curriculum. Over the past 2-3 years with the previous person in this position, they've been changing the curriculum to meet and adjust the new standards, and and those new standards are reflected in the new state assessments. But ultimately, we want our kids to be college and career ready. We want to see success on the ACT. We want to see success in advanced placement exams, and we want to see success when our high school students move to those college courses. So ultimately, we've been trying to vertically align and make sure that our students are getting the update curriculum in all of those areas, and in the non-core areas, the physical education, arts, technology. We're adjusting our curriculum to meet the changing needs that our kids are going to see when they leave our doors, when they graduate.
Like any other school district, the Cuyahoga Heights Schools has students with diverse learning needs. Can you share your ways that our curriculum meets those needs?
Well, the curriculum can look many different ways. Ultimately, you want to deliver that same curriculum regardless of the student's learning needs, from special education or from advanced. So we have advanced placement, we have College Career Plus, but we also meet the needs of our students with disabilities that need that adjusted curriculum. Ultimately, whatever we do and however we adjust that curriculum, whether it's our students with needs or our students who need that more accelerated curriculum, we want them to be ready for life after high school, life after they leave our doors. So we really need to make, and it's a process. What a student needs when they're in 5th grade may change dramatically when they hit 10th, 11th, 12th grade. So I think it's a fluid concept that we always need to be able to adjust for the needs of that individual student, and we do that in the district.
What are some ways that parents and community members can learn more about the district's curriculum?
Well, a couple things. Number one, talking to their students, their children. You're going to be able to get firsthand knowledge as to what's going on in the classroom, having conversations with your child's classroom teachers, having conversations with the building principals, having conversations with myself or with you. If that's step one. Step two, go to our district website. Go to the Ohio Department of Education website. There's the Common Core website, which really does a nice job of breaking down the curriculum. So there's lots of different mechanisms to find out what the curriculum is. I believe communication is the key. So if parents have questions about what's going on in a classroom, have that conversation with that teacher and what's going on.
Our teachers are critical to the success of our students. What are some examples of how the district is investing in professional development for our teachers?
Well, one of the first things that I heard when walking in the doors from yourself and from other members of the staff is that our teachers really need time to dig deep into that curriculum and dig deep into that technology integration. We have different partnerships with different organizations through both the Lorain County and Cuyahoga County ESC. So our professional development this year really has been targeted at that technology integration. We are a Google platform school, so how are we using technology, Google, how are we using these resources to integrate our instruction? Technology, in my mind, does not replace good teaching. We have good teachers, and that is the key to, I think, our kids' success in the classroom. But technology is a way to enhance what we do. So the professional development we've been focusing this year has really been giving teachers the tools and the time to effectively integrate that technology in the classroom. We've also been focused on our curricular alignment, like I mentioned before. I'm a firm believer that I'd rather have teachers in common areas talking to each other about curriculum, standards, assessments, best practices. And what we've been doing this year is we've been providing those grade levels, those departments time to work with each other and develop that relationship, develop that mastery of that curriculum so that they can apply it to that classroom instruction. This year we're sticking with kind of common grade level, common departments, so we're having all of our high school science teachers meet together. We're having our elementary math teachers meet together. I think the next step for next year and going forward is kind of seeing that K-12 picture. So at some point next year, I would like to see our K-12 math teachers meeting together, having meetings, talking about that complete spectrum. What they start with in kindergarten and preschool and what they end with are dramatically different, and I think it's important for all teachers to see that picture. If you're an elementary teacher, you may not know what a high school classroom looks like, and vice versa. High school may not know what elementary, but I think it's important that everybody has an understanding of what that spectrum looks like, because it really helps in the big picture focus. I mean, if I know as an elementary teacher the types of skills that are needed when they walk out the door in high school, I may subconsciously adjust my instruction to help facilitate some of those things. And I look at the development of a child instructionally and achievement-wise as a marathon. It's a long process. We have them for 13, sometimes 14 years, and our end goal is graduation and success either in a college, post-secondary environment, vocational trade school. That's our end goal, and I think together, it's everybody's goal, not just elementary, middle school, or high school. So it's that development process. So that's kind of the plan for the future. We'll continue next year with doing some integration as far as technology. But it's a collaborative process. We receive input from teachers, building principals, other staff members as to what that PD looks like.
Good. As Director of Administrative Services, you're going to play an important role in the future direction of Cuyahoga Heights schools. Can you share with the viewers some of the important initiatives that we're going to take place?
Well, like I just mentioned, we're going to continue the professional development push with technology integration. We're going to look at continuing that curriculum development. We're going to look at ways for our students to be as successful as they can on those state exams, on the advanced placement tests, on College Credit Plus course. We're going to look at how do we do different things to make students successful. I think one of the things that sometimes education organizations do is that we have many initiatives. My philosophy is I would like to do 1 or 2 or 3 things very well, as opposed to 5 to 10 things not well, or not with great quality. So we have a lot of things going on, and we're just going to continue readjusting our plan. But right now, for the time being, instruction, classroom teaching, and opportunities for kids, those are our big initiatives, and how that looks depends on the needs of our kids and the needs of our staff.
I wholeheartedly agree. Well said. Dr. Caleris, thank you again for visiting with us today and letting us get to know a little bit more about you and the role you play at Cuyahoga Heights Schools. On behalf of the district, we're excited to have you as part of the Cuyahoga Heights family and look forward to continuing to work together to help our district reach new heights. Until next time, I'm Tom Evans, Superintendent of Cuyahoga Heights Schools. Thank you for watching and have a safe and happy holiday season. Go Redskins.